everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Exit the Gungeon. I think, yeah, we must be due for a convict run here. Change character. 17 hegemony credits. Oh, he's not here anymore. 17 hegemony credits, and last episode, it wasn't our best. Let's just be honest. It wasn't our best. Let's unlock some more HP. I'm hoping on this episode we can maybe take it to the next level a little bit, but you know, it's a learning process. My number one cheat code for life: if you structure your life in a way that you lose as little as possible, you've already lost. What you gotta do is get okay with losing, because the more you lose, the more you win, because you're buying more tickets into the horse race. What am I talking about? Anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. We definitely did not win on the last episode, though. That one was mostly a loss. Pretty much 100% a loss from top to bottom. But you know what we did learn? If nothing else, we learned that the hunter's levels are extremely tricky. I don't know if that information is actionable, but it does let us manage our expectations a little bit better. So I believe I have played as the convict before. I don't know how the convict's abilities are actually translated. Like, the hunter has the dog, and the dog is actually pretty useful for helping you get, you know, those time-sensitive power-ups. You don't have to, like, rush to dodge into those or anything like that. I don't know if the convict maybe gets more damage still when because they have the enraged photograph or whatever the heck it's called. They do more damage after they get hit in Enter the Gungeon, but in Exit the Gungeon, hey man, it's freaking anybody's ball game, you know? Am I losing it? I thought the commando shot quickly. Maybe I'm losing it. I might be losing it. Anyway, it's the first video of the day. Don't sweat it too much. Heavy boots. Not the most incredible item, but at least, like, I honestly think on the last run we got a little bit screwed, to be honest, because of the fact that we didn't get anything that had value added to it. We got stuff that was like getting Ring of Miserly Protection early on is basically like getting nothing. That's the way I choose to look at it, at least. At the end of the game, it could be what you need to push you over the top. I got a lot of respect for that. But at the start of the game, I don't know, it's not realistic. Oh, we missed it. We can get it and get that combo up, nonetheless. It's not realistic to not spend money and still beat the game. I'm not at that level yet, in case it's not abundantly clear by how badly I did on the last run, and also my fights against the Dragon in general. I did read some comments on Gungeon, particularly with the Meowitzer. I have now been told... I mean, obviously I assumed there was a tell, but apparently against the Meowitzer, if it looks down, it's charging you, and if it looks up, it's doing something else. Which, just that in and of itself is very valuable information, because being charged was like what was crushing me here. Alright, we're ready. 147. Fighting this guy, who he can be felled. He can be beaten. No! There we go. We're safe. We're safe. Dazed. Reeling. About to break. Good work. No panic rolls. Just good, old-fashioned... Ooh! That's a panic roll. Okay, so we screwed it up something fierce. Honestly, that's the hubris that gets you in a lot of trouble in Gungeon. I didn't use a blank, because I didn't think I was gonna die, or I was gonna get hit, I should say. As a result, how was I to know? How was I to know? Well, don't beat yourself up over... Okay, that one hurt. Don't beat yourself up over it too hard. Life comes at you fast in Exit the Gungeon. And dude, the Omega Bullet, a very, very strong pickup. No HP is a little bit of a bummer, but maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be able to pick up some here. We shouldn't need HP to survive the next level. You're dastardly, sir. Milling me for all of the currency that I have. We couldn't have afforded it anyway, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. Alright, let's just head down to the next level here. Head up to the next level, I suppose? That's right, we're exiting the Gungeon. We're blowing out through the top like Charlie Bucket at the end of the Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. We're gonna meet some vermicious Knids. you haven't read the book, you don't... Dude, and this is like... Sometimes people hit them with like a Today I Learned, or like, does anybody else? There is indeed a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. I'm not messing with you. They take Willy Wonka's elevator to outer space. You know how at the end of the movie they get in that elevator and blast off? They take Willy Wonka's elevator to outer space. And they meet... I mean, lots of weird stuff happens. There's like an anti-aging medicine, and then the grandparents take it, and they turn into negative age, and have to be rescued from like the minus realm. I'm not joking. There's also aliens called the Vermicious Knids that spell words with their serpentine bodies. I'm Hattori. I'm a werehat. While traveling on a foggy moor, I was bitten by a hat. Just kidding. I wear hats and sell them and collect them. Do you wear hats? Want to know where hats can be found? My shop, Hattori's Hatterdashery in the Underbreach, and I'll blow your lid with my hatastic attire. Then I'll sell you a new lid for hegemony credits. Just what I wanted. Not an item, but rather a merchant who sells cosmetics. But yeah, it's true. If you... I was imbued with this information at a very young age. My parents, well, my mom in particular, is a big fan of Roald Dahl. Read pretty much the whole Roald Dahl catalog, including Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and its sequel. Finding out that people didn't know that sequel existed kind of blew my mind. It was almost a TIL for myself, to be honest. Would I recommend it? I mean, I always hoped that one day they would make a movie out of it, but it seems like it's tough to adapt, you know? It's like Synecdoche, New York. The first one's about a fantastical chocolate factory. Before you know it, you got a little Benjamin Button Prometheus thing going on. I know we were hit, like, moments ago, but I actually feel like I'm doing real well right now. I know there's armor as well. I would like it. Just keep shooting. Good work, team. Good work. Okay, we got boss already. We got boss already. It's Medusalier. Oh. Oh, I'm so dumb, dude. We could have just blanked it, but in my head I was like, we don't need to blank that. I'll just dodge it. Okay, this is... We're getting pretty close to the critical hour. As far as picking up HP goes. We're gonna be casing rich. Good stuff. Oh, I really thought we could just position there. It's okay. We usually get enough HP per boss to at least get, you know, back to full here. So I'm not sweating that. We kind of got ourselves in a bit of trouble there. That's the perfect opportunity to use a blank. If you can't blank to keep yourself perfect, at least, you know, blank to keep yourself as adept as possible. I'm just going to be honest with you. I forgot what Blessing of Caliber even is. We have unlocked the Siren. That was not my finest moment. I'll tell you, short of getting HP, an amulet is probably the best thing we could get right now because it's going to help us get HP in the future. All right. I'll buy Bloody Eye. Dude, Gundromeda Strain, it sells for so much. I'm never going to turn up my nose at Gundromeda Strain again. A 360 casing value. So the only thing, and I want to be clear, I don't mean this as a complaint necessarily, but it does seem like, you know, you really get screwed 2 times over when you buy the rat key. We have to do it so we can get all of these, you know, advantages, and of course, like, I want to unlock all the NPCs because you got to do it. I mean, it's like Isaac, right? In Isaac, you know, if you spend money on your donation machine, it is going to put you at a disadvantage. But it seems doubly disadvantageous because, you know, you spent some of your hard-earned money on essentially nothing. And then when you open the door, you know, for the NPC, you also don't get an item right away. So you're really like, it's almost like you're losing 2 items. You're losing your purchasing power on the shop, and you're losing the existence of, like, your item room, to put it in Isaac terms. But, you know, these are growing pains for the start of the game, I'm assuming. Every time I get an NPC, I see that... Ooh, we shouldn't have been hit there. We had plenty of tell. Every time I unlock an NPC, I see that we're like 8 out of 12 on the achievement, so pretty soon we should be sitting pretty. And to be honest with you, once that stops holding us back, I don't think anything's stopping us anytime soon. This could be our renaissance. You know, if you're gonna peak, you don't want to peak early. In fact, you'd rather peak late, but I'll settle for a classic Gaussian normal distribution. If we could peak roughly in the middle, I would accept it. Mostly because it would mean that we still have a chance. It's a rich blank opportunity, but I'm gonna try to outwit and outlast. Yo, that's a high caliber item, pun intended. Okay, I do like a Guan Stone. I think an orbital is actually more valuable so far in Exit the Gungeon than it is in Enter the Gungeon, because, well, I mean, it doesn't block too much when it's a side-scrolling level like this, because half of the time it's under the ground, but I really, let me put it this way, I think orbitals are at their best when you're at your worst, and I am definitely closer to my worst than my best right now in Exit the Gungeon, I would say. Oh, you almost got me. Fill your eyes with double vision, Fryman. There you go. Stay on the right side. Good movement. Good movement. Things are getting a touch frosty. There's no doubt about that. There you go. Having been hit and... Did we lose armor there or something? I'm not sure what gave us the blank. Maybe the lodestones give you an on-contact blank now? That was very spiced. Okay, Scrambler's pretty solid. It's gonna be hard for us, though. I'll just level with you. It's gonna be hard for us to beat the boss like this. 1 HP is not a ton. Just trying to stay as in front of things as possible. Okay, I believe that that'll do it. 3 blanks for the boss fight. And it is the Low Priest. You're a problem. Oh my god, and you come in from the side on that one now. Okay. Yo, that armor is basically world-changing. We're just... Oh my god, from the side again, of course. Thank god we got the armor at least. You might as well blank that. You know, we probably could use positioning, but... Also just want to avoid dying in the worst way possible. Oh, okay, great work. You probably saw a little bit of fear in my eyes there. We will have to learn to dodge that one. Oh! Okay. Give me a quick retry. Honestly, it's a lot like Enter the Gungeon. You know, if you don't get momentum in the early game, it gets a lot tougher. It does get a lot tougher. Okay. I think for sure. I mean, let me be real with you. Enter the Gungeon, now everybody's solved it, right? Everybody who's played that game has played enough of it that they're like losses are optional. Early combo boost. Doesn't rub me the wrong way. Exit the Gungeon. Well, let me start from the beginning. Let me go back to a time where many of you may not have even been alive yet, 2015. When Enter the Gungeon came out, it was extraordinarily hard. The amount of drops, like consumable drops, HP and ammo, was very, very, very low. And even just beating the Dragon, I mean, partly because you gotta learn the enemy patterns, but even just beating the Dragon was considered like a pretty sweet accomplishment, to be honest. And they patched some of that stuff, you know, they made it so the drops were a little bit more plentiful. And then, particularly when, like, all the other DLC came out, they balanced it even a little bit more to make it a little bit more consistent, I think. Which I think served the game very well, honestly, particularly with respect to ammo. What would happen a lot in, like, the earliest versions of Enter the Gungeon, at least in my anecdotal experience, you would get, like, an awesome gun, you would use the ammo it starts with, and you would maybe get, like, one more ammo drop over the rest of the game. But all this is, Sure, I like fat bullets. All this is to just say that, you know, Enter the Gungeon was hard as well. So the fact that Exit the Gungeon has been, you know, so difficult at the start here is not really a surprise. And in fact, if anything, I relish the opportunity to go through the hard stuff again. Because this is really, like, the most exciting time. Yo, that's an amazing synergy, dude. This is really, like, the most exciting time for a roguelite, is when you're not like, oh, it's the low priest, I know how to dodge all his attacks. The excitement is learning the patterns, and then the first time you actually, like, grok some of the stuff that he's sending at you, that's the ticket, baby. Okay, combo of 11, soon to be 12. We should be expecting some good stuff. We need 100% focus for the boss fight. You know, much like Enter the Gungeon, those early mastery rounds make all the difference. Okay, don't lose that combo. Good stuff. Get him, get him. 128. Little light, but I hope we don't have to buy a rat key. Alright, I mean, she's beatable. These creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. Great work. Great work. It's the fight saber, which is just unbelievably strong. They're still very good, don't get me wrong. Keep dodging, just because you never know when this might stop being a rocket launcher, and you might unfortunately have to actually do some dodging. Perfect blank. Don't risk it. No reason to risk it. For the biscuit or otherwise. Okay, watch out. It's gonna speed up soon. Huge! Huge! Oh my god, we were like a microsecond from being hit. No! Okay, well, I appreciate the... Let's just treat it like the mastery round is our actual item. Because Ring of Miserly Protection, again, it's pretty much the worst possible time to get it. I guess it would be worse to get it on your first item room, but still really bad. But we are going to use it for a bit because we can't afford the amulet, and obviously there's not much reason for us to get the med kit. Let's focus on the positive here, you know? By getting Ring of Miserly Protection, our odds of having a complete capitulation and embarrassing death on floor 2 are essentially nil, and I hope that doesn't end up being an ironic statement in 5 or 6 minutes time. I am really liking Exit the Gungeon, by the way. I know reviews are, they're mixed on Steam, which surprised me at first, but all I can do is give you my 2 cents, right? I think it actually is one of those situations, and this is just my 2 cents on it for now. If you disagree, and maybe you played more than me, you know, I don't default to your wisdom, like I trust my experience, but I think your experience is valid as well. But I almost wonder if it is in a situation where, like, Gungeon, the original, is so good that the fact that this is a little bit less deep in terms of its mechanics and a little bit more simplified deliberately is working against them more than it... Oh, that hurts. More than it would, like, a random game. I'm sure that the game is more successful as a result of the Gungeon brand, don't get me wrong. But I almost wonder if some of the reception isn't... if it's not suffering from the expectations of being from a lineage that is so, like, you know, impressive. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to leave, I meant to jump! I'm sorry, sir. I screwed up the Angry Birds. Just hit the wrong button. Oh well. That's okay. Honestly, it keeps Ring of Miserly Protection, probably. And truth be told, well, it's actually, I mean, it's genuinely bad, because we would have gotten an item, probably. Even if we missed all of them, I'm sure we probably would have gotten, like, the worst possible quality, but it's an item nonetheless. But we really need to practice that game. But, in the end, temporarily, it might not be that bad. But yeah, I almost wonder if, you know, like, I think if another developer had released this, and it was just kind of like the first game in the blank series, I bet reviews would be a little bit more tolerant than the reviews of of Exit the Gungeon have been so far. Which is not to say they're invalid, and they're not even bad. Like, they're in, like, the 60% positive range. It's not amazing, obviously, but... And I don't think that's necessarily representative of the quality of Exit the Gungeon. But, I do wonder if some of it might be because the... You know, Gungeon itself is so well-liked that... Oh, no. Okay, I'm looking at him. Wish I didn't have to blank there. We really got to start abusing them. Oh, he's rushing me! What are you doing? We got to start abusing the middle of the map more. Because we can actually do a full drop through there, which is, like, super valuable. Oh my god, we're so lucky, dude. Like, a full drop is a much easier send. No! We were so close. Like, that is an easy dodge, but the first part of that dodge is tough. The first part of that dodge when he's coming down and you gotta jump up, that's tricky. Yo, alpha bullets, I'm very stoked to have it. We are gonna lose 2 HP here. If we could buy 1 HP to offset the cost and be able to purchase other things in the future, I would consider that real nice. So yeah, I think that buying Heart Bottle is very sensible. Even though it looks like we lost HP. I mean, we did pay to lose HP. But instead, the HP is permanent and we can buy more stuff in the future. I saw the ammo lid as well. I do think the ammo lid is valuable for sure. But, I mean, what did I say, like, maybe 10 minutes ago now? Short of HP, the ammo lid is the most valuable item in my opinion. For us, in our current mindset. But, if HP is available, then we take the HP. Okay, very spiced, you know, I think you're doing the right thing, staying on the right side of the map here. Giving yourself as much time as possible. Certainly just having the 1 mastery round is like... It's enough to get me a little bit more eager than I was on our last run. And dude, oh, if we could just Austin Powers and OB Hive for the rest of this run, I would be over the freaking moon. And through the woods to grandmother's house we go, baby. Ice bomb. Easy money, good damage. Good damage, you sneaky son of a gun. And I got hit by something I didn't even see, which is unfortunately my fault, but I wish that I could blame somebody else. Okie dokie. Break these barrels, I don't trust them. I actually, when I saw that that beam was like probably a second away from shooting, I thought to myself, man, oh man, hit the duck button. Oh, a Guan Stone. And no fall damage, which may be relevant. I don't know if any of these levels that we've seen so far as the Convict actually need fall damage protection, but, you know, in theory, there's something to that, I guess. Guan Stone. Like my least favorite Judas Priest song on the 1977 album, Screaming for Vengeance. Guan Stone. You know that one? I mean, come on. It's got Screaming for Vengeance. It's got, Electric Eye. It's got Pain and Pleasure. There's so many classic songs on that. I don't dislike Bloodstone necessarily. Like, I think it's a pretty okay song, and it is a classic, you know, hard rock album. I don't know. I don't want to get the genre wrong, but you know what I mean. It's hard to compete with Electric Eye. I mean, that's a classic. Screaming for Vengeance, underrated, and it didn't get radio play. Well, I don't know, I wasn't there in 1978. 77, 78? That one's gonna haunt me. I don't know. Anyway, what am I talking about? That's right, I've entered a fugue state. It's an advantage for me. When I'm playing a game that's difficult, you start focusing on stuff that's not difficult. Like talking about a superior piece of media. And see, now that it bears out, now that I'm talking about Gungeon, it's all falling apart. I don't think that's an example of it falling apart. I think that went just fine. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Mute Redhead. Okay. Number one thing, for certain, is don't die. Now, the number 2 thing was gonna be work your magic, work your body, make sure you don't hurt nobody, and get that flawless. Oh, my Lanta. This guy, he's proven fairly difficult. Remember, you got 1 blank here. That seemed like I was gonna get hit. I can rate myself at a C- on that one. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot better. More HP. Okay, so we've officially made up for the loss of Ring of Miserly Protection. Coin Crown, play well, get money, or bouncy bullets. That's a real tough one. I actually think play well, get money, even though we're late in the game. If we survive this floor, this could pay dividends for us because it might allow us to get to full HP. Like, if we play well enough, we might be able. And I don't know the gimmick on this level, if there even is one, by the way. So, I wonder if, like, can I... Oh, that's half the gimmick. Yeah, okay. Like, oh, come on. I wonder if I'm falling through that spot in the floor. Nope, okay. So actually, we're pretty safe here. Bouncy bullets are really good. Or pretty good, minimum. Hate this, dude. Yep. Ah! But I think we made a sensible decision. There's the gun we need, dude. Whoop. Time will the debate will rage on over whether or not that was a sensible approach to use the blank there. Realizing we probably want to fight from the upper side. Oh, no one can defeat the power of the quad laser. The bullet is enormous. There is no escape. Please start treating it like a melee item. Come on, dude. We hit him! Oh, dude, the quad laser is horrendous here. I'm sure the damage is amazing, but... The rate of fire is low enough to concern me a great deal. I don't know. Things are getting spooky. Are you kidding me? The man said gospel's not selling. Give me something spooky. Alright, this floor, this right here is for all the marbles. This sets the tone. Just blast them ASAP. Like the captain from Moby Dick. Captain ASAP. Send them. Bartleby the Scrivener. Meet Bartleby the Shootener. Or the Shooting him. Yo, Brick Breaker. Very good. Very workable. Damage is high. Yo, these rooms... ain't no thing but a chicken wing. And another HP upgrade. Dude, if we could be on 7 to fight the dragon, which right now is looking very optimistic, just to be clear. But if we could be on 7 to fight the dragon, the world... oh, you got me so good. May or may not be our oyster. Excuse me, you're not supposed to be there. You spawned right next to me. What's a girl to do? Yeah, you know, like the Camera Obscura song. I told you, nobody believes me. I was cool in 2005. I knew all these hip new bands. Back when I was the only kid on the block who knew who Yola Tango was. Sorry, Yola Tango. Yola Tanga is something completely different. You can buy it online, I'm assuming. Very spiced time in my life. A great Jens Lekman song. Good stuff. We're done? We're done? Not done. It's alright. The shock bullets. I can't believe we didn't get hit there. The shock bullets are gonna carry us. Incredible dodge. Great wherewithal. Great wherewithal. Yo, a combo of 10 into the boss fight with 2 HP remaining. 2 HP, 1 blank. It's the Fallmonger. I don't know your patterns very well. That's a pretty bad start. Also not great, but you're half dead. Honestly, an awful lot of my game plan right here is just pretty much 100% survival based. Oh, what the heck? Just send them. Oh my god, we lived. Okay. I honestly think there's a chance. We have enough money that I think there's a chance. Yo. Magic Sweet is... We got HP... And we got a heart container out of it. So we got a little bit of both. I think we should just try to fill what we got here and then brute force. I mean, we can't afford anything else anyway, so... Bye. Bye. Oh, we're so close to the armor, but... It's okay. We're gonna be we're gonna be low. We're not gonna be where I wanted to be. But at least... I believe we've given ourselves a chance. Oh, we have one more level. Oh, no. Alright, no, we shouldn't be saying, oh no, we should be saying, oh yes. First off, we now have the chance to actually get something out of Curse of the Pit Lord. We could actually fall and be safe. Case in point. Things are a little spiced. Man, if only you could shoot while jumping. Jumping would be overpowered. I believe... Oh no, I don't think Curse of the Pit Lord was charged there. That sucks. I mean, I didn't yeet myself off the edge as my first course of action, but still. Like, this is... not easy. Let's just call it like we see it. It's not easy. Great work. Something just spawned. It's Potion of Lead Skin. Let's go. That's temporary invincibility. That's big. That's big. Okay. What the heck do you do, dude? Just give me something for free. Our combo is 6. He's gonna give me a chest. That's all I could ask for. It's not great. He's rolling his eyes. He's not too happy. Pretty weak combo. Not great, but this could be worse. Take this. Okay. Gun boots? I think that gun boots is fine. Obviously not that strong, maybe against strong enemies, but... you know, I think it could have been worse. I would have... Dude, medkit, this is like the perfect situational peak for medkit. Send it, baby! Send it! What is happening? No human mind is capable of parsing that. Oh, I beat Panzer Dragoon Orda. I think I can know you kids. I mean, you can beat Panzer Dragoon Orda. I beat Panzer Dragoon Orda as well. I was like, you know, 14 years old. This is 20,000 times degree of difficulty higher than that. You're gonna make me use my blanks before the boss. Y'all gonna make me use my blanks. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me use my blanks up in here. Up in here. Okay, send them. We need that Guanstone, dude. We need everything that money can buy and cannot buy. This is not a good place for us to be. 1 HP, 1 blank. Shop, though? Yeah. Okay. We might be able to buy medkit. We can't afford everything. We can barely afford anything. Alright, here we go. I mean, we're dead, but I have to say thank you to the game for at least giving us the opportunity to live. So I'd count this as a success. I see this as an absolute win. But as my brain is expanding, but only little by little, I don't think we've gotten to the level that, you know, we can actually be confident in our chances to win here. But I think we handled ourselves okay today, and we'll keep expanding that cerebral cortex until we're capable. But for now, don't worry about the expectations. Just dodge, forehead. Just do your best. Probably not the ideal gun right now. Just spawn the dragon. You could do it. There he is. Not really, you know, when you have a gun with 2,000 ammo per clip, not really as stoked about alpha and omega bullets. Okay, actually dodge, dude. So remember, when he starts shooting, just lose your mind. Oh, no, 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 no. So you're not gonna get hit by that. Oh! Well, for now, thanks for watching. I honestly thought we did okay on that run, but it ended badly. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the comments. Thanks for your support. See ya.